Combat! Is it sketchy? Yeah, I should probably turn it off before I get copyrighted for that. But yeah, it's a pretty darn catchy theme. Right, as per the request of... who was it? Yugi Moto, I believe. It's the one and only Yugi Moto. We're playing Gustos today. Let's do this. I wouldn't say Gustos are really the playstyle that I like, but for what the deck does and for what I know the deck is supposed to do, I feel this deck works very well. Just a hero defender. Oh. Right. That's probably gonna be defender. Doro. Let's play duality, see what we get. Now I have tested a bit with this deck, also, especially against some people that like some randoms, but also against people who knew how to play Gustos. So they sort of gave me pointers on some cards that I should add or like to take out. In that sense, I wouldn't say I've mastered the deck yet, so I sometimes have to think about certain moves or just read a card effect again just to be certain about something. I think I want this one. Or I think I want this one. Alright, now I have 3 set cards. I have bonus, I have Phoenix Wing, I have Compulse. If that's Defender, I'm not going to be able to use Bottomless on it, but I can use Compulse when I feel it's necessary. Phoenix Wing can also return to the top of the deck. I can touch on Leverage or Gusto, which can be a tuner. But I'm actually going to set this one so I get... then I get a tuner and then I have Guldo. That's not very useful, so I probably should play Guldo. Then what do I get instead, though? He can't take me out with Defender. I can take something of him out with Bottomless, or get rid of it with like, Compulse or Phoenix. So use this, get tuner, and then do some fancy synchroing. Because Gusto has some fancy synchros. That your opponent takes any battle damage you would have taken. You can summon Goyo. That would be a nice one to play. Calm. Yeah. Calm plus a level 2 tuner. That's gonna make a nice card. Although equals doing your end phase to destroy something. That is nice. I kinda just want freeze maybe so I can get something done. I don't know what I want. No, I should get freeze so that I can just attack into his defender. Yeah, I'll do that. So, I'll flip summon Kamui, use the effect, special summon Gusto Tuner. Now, I don't believe I have there's a level 4 Gusto Tuner. So I'm going to take a level 2 tuner so I can use it with Calm. Level 2 Gusto Tuner, which is equals 1, that's 3. Is there no level 2? This is not a tuner, dang it. So then I'm forced to use Guldo with the with the level 3. Wait, I have to summon a tuner though. Then I could make it a level 1 and then Guldo to make it, but no, I don't want that either. This is me not knowing the deck too well, sorry. I need to look into the extra deck, but I can't right now because I'm already looking at the deck. I feel. But let's just check. What can we make? Librarian, this, that. Does it gain 600? No. Someone's even to the target. Can be nice. I think I'm gonna go for Armadis. Although no, Armadis can't stop it. I think I should go for Srees though, because that's really the best I can do, I feel. Wait, this one's gonna give one card to your opponent control shell business. No, I'm making Armadis. Watch this. Yeah. Summon that. Synchro Shokan. Armadis, Keeper of Boundaries. Now, although Guldo does have an effect that's activated when it's sent to the grave, it's an optional when optional effect, and since the synchro symbol does not after. How dare you do that? Dare you use compulse? I don't have wiretap or something. Extra. I'm not gonna use contact with Gusto just yet. Although I can still do it and use it against Defender. And then I can still just play Calm. Yeah, I'll notice Calm. I'm gonna play Contact Gusto. Target Kamui and Golda. And your monster. Because that's bound to be Defender. If that's not Defender, then I will be surprised. It's possible. I've seen such thing happen before. Wow, Dark Bribe too. Okay then. Draw a card. That doesn't work either. I could use Phoenix Ring or Compulse, but then he's just gonna play it again next turn, which is not a good thing. Eagles would be nice, I suppose, next turn. So I'll just play this. Do I have something that banishes from the grave? No, but I don't feel I should use Calm now. I think I'll use it next turn. I have a good amount of things to defend it with. And I could summon something from the grave with Call of the Haunted, which I can use to get Guldo back out. Eagle. It's level 1. Oh, that's for a face-up monster. Although I can get Armadis back. I think I will use Calm. And then summon Guldo. Go into Eagles. And then in the end phase, just take the thing out. And so I can play next turn. Yeah. Let's see if he has a chain. Does not seem like it. Doru. We shall summon the Buddha. We shall do Synchro Shokan. Please let this not be a solemn warning. Although then again, we will have all of his traps gotten rid of. And I technically still have stuff that I can use to get rid of Defender. End phase effect. Banish a wind from the grave. And I suppose I'll banish Golda. as with Call of the Hunt that I'll probably want Calm back because its effect is more helpful. And it has 1700 attack as opposed to the 500 that Guldo has. The PMs that I have right now are probably from Decoy and Obelisk. Or at least from Obelisk, because I played against Obelisk in a tournament, I believe. No, I haven't. Alright, let's see what the opponent sends in grave. But I'm not going to actually read the PMs because I don't like to read PMs during games. Ooh, malicious. Okie dokie. Well, whatever he's planning to do with it, I can get rid of it later. If there's just a malicious on the... he doesn't play it? Okay, then don't play it. This is the plan. The plan was to then summon Eagle, synchro into Armati, so I would have a free attack with Armatis, then attack with Eagles. If the set card would still be left, I'd have Eagles. Something with malicious that he could have summoned it to defend himself. Whatever he would have then summoned with it, because if it would have been just malicious, I would have just left it there and just attacked into it. But I still would have had these traps to take care of it. So I'd say it took a while. I was still slow, but for what I did, I feel I did quite well. Any Gusto players out there, please let me know if there were moves I could have done better. But let's first go into the deck profile, and you can even tell me more about how you know more about Gustos than me, because some of you probably do. See you soon. Welcome to the deck profile of the Gusto deck. Is it Gusto? I used to call it Gusto. Seb calls it Gusto. I'm going with Gusto because that's what I've usually called it. If that's the wrong pronunciation, let me know, because I like to use the good one. Alright, into the deck profile. 2 Calm, Serenity of Gusto. It is a nice 1700 attacker, so to have something with nice high attack is good. And with its effect, you can shuffle 2 Gusto monsters from the grave into the main deck and draw a card, and you'll, due to the synchros and the way the deck plays, especially like if you combine some Eagles, some Gusto, some Winda, you'll easily get a good amount of Wind monsters or Gusto monsters in the graveyard to use for Calm and other effects. 3 Eagle, the level 1 tuner in this deck. When it's destroyed by... it summons a new non-tuner Gusto when it's destroyed by battle. Guldo is a level 3 tuner. Similar, but it summons a level 2 or lower Gusto, but it can be tuner, it can be non-tuner. And it's when it's sent from the field to the grave. It doesn't necessarily have to be by battle. But do note, it's an optional when effect, so when it's used for a synchro summon, it misses the activation timing due to the placement of the monster on the field. Like the synchro summon, I should say, happens after Guldo being sent to the graveyard, so it misses timing because of that. 3 combis of Kamui, a Hope of Gusto. Kamui is a very nice card because this deck is kind of slowish. It doesn't really spam a lot of monsters, so this will set quite a few more things. And Kamui set decent 1000, but it can summon any tuners. You can summon into Guldo, you can summon into Eagle, and get some nice synchros off with that. Now Kamui, as with many other monsters, has very low attack, and that's very nice with creature swap, which we'll get into in a moment. Also 2 copies of Pilica. Now Pilica was, I believe, a support in... I don't recall what set it was, but there was support for Gusto, there was for Dark Rule, there was for Scraps. Like 8 different older archetypes all got support in the form of 1 card, and Pilica definitely is good to help with Gusto, because if you have a Wind tuner in the graveyard, in this deck, Eagle and Guldo, you're able to special summon that when you normal or special summon Pilica. So even when you special summon it, through the effect of... which one was that? No, it's not a tuner. I don't know. Which one? This one. If you summon it via Eagle. So you can do that. Its effects are negated, but that doesn't really matter because you'll often not really use it too much. You should know that if you use the effect, you can only summon Wind monsters for the rest of this turn. So let's say you normal summon Pilica and then special summon Guldo. You're unable to summon Goyo Guardian because Goyo Guardian is Earth and not a Wind attribute. Also, the effect of Pilica is only usable once per turn, so you cannot summon a second Pilica. Or, like, Synchro, and then call the Haunted into Pilica to do it again. That's not possible, unfortunately. 2 Winda Priestess of Gusto, they sort of form a combo with Eagle Guldo. When it's destroyed by battle with an opponent's attacking monster, you can special summon a Gusto tuner from the deck. So let's say you have Eagle on the field, the opponent has like 5 monsters to attack with. It first attacks into Eagle, that summons Winda, they attack into Winda, you summon Guldo, Guldo then summons one of these two, Winda would then summon Guldo back, and Eagle could just summon another Winda. You can just keep recycling through that. And there's a good amount of cards that like shuffle them back into the deck, like Calm and Contact with Gusto, which is able to have you recycle them again would you have to with the situation call for it. I have a Thunder King of Ryu to stop some special summons to stop the opponent from doing some stuff. Not sure if in the current meta it is as helpful in the deck, but I had it in there and it's not really been that annoying, I guess. So, but if you want to replace it, go right ahead. It's not like this is the perfect build for Gusto or anything. I have a Book of Moon. 1 copy of Contact with Gusto. It's a helpful card, but in a way, you want to use the Gusto monster in the grave for Calm and like Guldos and Eagles. So it's kind of costly in that sense, but it's still very useful. So I felt 1 is good, maybe 2, but I felt 1 is good. Creature Swap can be a really nice card, because if the opponent has a strong monster in the field, let's say Stardust Dragon, you normal summon anything that's weak. That can be Kamui, that can be Eagle, they can be Guldo, they can be, well, I suppose even Pilica, but you summon it. Use Creature Swap, give them your, let's say we're playing with Guldo, give them your Guldo, and then they give you your Stardust Dragon. You have the better monster. You use Stardust Dragon to attack into Guldo, 2,000 damage. But then, Guldo is sent from the field to the graveyard. You could special summon it level 2 or lower Gusto from the deck. Winda. Or Eagle. And then you can direct attack with that. You have 2 monsters, 1 Stardust Dragon and an extra Gusto, and you can play with that. Same with Eagle. Eagle would be able to do the same, special summon level 4 or lower non-Gusto tuner. Non-tuner Gusto. So you can summon Calm or Pilica. Or even Winda if you'd like. You can do the same with Winda. However, Winda does state when this card is destroyed by battle with an opponent's attacking monster. The effect activates in your graveyard, so it looks at your opponent. It wasn't the opponent that was attacking. It was technically the opponent's monster, because it was their Stardust Dragon, but it was on my field, so at that time it counts as my monster, and it wasn't the opponent's that did the attacking. So in that sense, that strategy wouldn't work with Winda. But that's a very nice way to use Eagle and Guldo to get some really nice damage and then to get a free monster. I have 3 emergency teleports because a good amount of these things are psychic, actually. Guldo and Eagle are winged beast, the rest is psychic. So you can summon them with emergency teleport. Get some nice synchros in, get some nice effects in. This is also another way to get Pilica and to use its effect. 1 Forbidden Lance to save my guys from spells and traps, but also to like win battles because of the 800 attack point lowering. 2 MSTs to destroy stuff, Potter Duality to search. I do special summon quite a bit, although a good amount on the opponent's turns, and that sense Potter Duality isn't that bad. Soul Charge, because it's Soul Charge, and to summon a good amount of things from the graveyard, get some nice synchros in, get myself a Guldo and an Eagles, or a Freeze, because Freeze, there is a Freeze OTK. Freeze can be really nasty. Because any battle damage you would have taken from battles involving Gustos you control, the opponent takes it, and Freeze cannot be destroyed by battle. So that's one of the ideas I did have with Defender. The idea, like earlier in the duel, I would have summoned Freeze, and then still had, I believe, Guldo on the field. So I would have used Freeze to attack into Defender, I would have taken 700, no, the opponent takes it instead, and then Gusto Guldo into it, 2200 damage to the opponent. That's really nice. Bottomless Strap Hole, 2 breakthrough skill, 2 Call of the Hunter to summon stuff back, because that does help with synchros. Compulsory evacuation device, 1 Phoenix Wing Wind Blast, a Solemn Warning, a Torrential Tribute, and to stop some traps, 2 Wiretap. The extra deck has a Mr. Root Colozolas, Daigusto Falcos, Daigusto Guldos, Armades, Hyper Librarian, 2 Freeze, Wengoyo Guardian, Black Rose Dragon, Daigusto Eagles, Stardust Dragon, Levier, Totem Bird, Lightning Chidori, and Castell the Sky Blaster Musketeer. Now, I suppose Ally of Justice Cataster could have been thrown in. There's some other stuff that could have been thrown in as for rank 3s, but usually those rank 3s you will make with Pilika and something else after having used Pilika's effect. But as I stated before, you can only summon wind monsters for the rest of the turn, so number 17 Leviathan Dragon, number 30 Acid Golem, Wind Up Zen Mines, not summonable with it. Now, you could use Dark Hole or even Raigeki, because Raigeki is stronger to use in deck. If you're like, Thunder King isn't good, or I don't like Phoenix Wing Wind Blast in there, use Raigeki or Dark Hole. Or one of many other cards. There's still a lot of other spells and traps that could be useful in this deck. You let me know what you like in this deck. If you've played Gusto before, let me know what you think of the deck, if you have any improvements for me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.